Welcome to the Speaking Lab, TOEFL Prep. The TOEFL Speaking section is changing in 2026, and if you want to score high, you need to know exactly what to expect. Here's what we'll cover today. First, we'll look at the overall structure of the TOEFL Speaking section and how it's organized. Next, we'll explain the scoring criteria and what test raters are listening for. Then, you'll practice sample, listen, and repeat questions, followed by sample interview-style questions. Finally, we'll share practical tips to help you score higher and practice more effectively. Before we begin, please note that the questions in this video are sample practice questions created for TOEFL speaking preparation. They are not official ETS questions, and the voices, contexts, and presentation style are simulated for practice purposes only. This video is designed to help you improve your listening, repetition, and speaking skills. For best results, use this practice alongside other TOEFL preparation materials. The TOEFL speaking section now includes 11 questions in total. Questions 1 through 7 are listen and repeat, and questions 8 through 11 are interview-style questions. In listen and repeat, you will hear a sentence only once and repeat it exactly as you heard it. In the interview-style section, you answer questions about a topic. TOEFL speaking scores focus on three main areas. First is accuracy, especially in the listen and repeat tasks. This means using the correct words in the correct order. Second is pronunciation. Your speech should be clear and easy to understand. Third is fluency. Test raters look for smooth delivery with minimal long pauses. For interview-style tasks, additional skills are evaluated. These include clear organization, meaning your response should be coherent, focused, and easy to follow. There is no strict structure required, but using a simple beginning, supporting details, and a clear ending is a helpful guideline to stay on topic. Test raters also evaluate accurate vocabulary and grammar, along with natural and confident delivery. Now that you understand the structure of the TOEFL speaking section and how it's scored, let's move on to some sample practice questions. Let's start with the listen and repeat type of questions. In this part, you will hear each sentence only once. Begin speaking when you hear the beep and repeat the sentence exactly as you heard it. Again, for practice purposes, you'll have 5 seconds to repeat each sentence after the beep. This time limit is provided to help you practice at a steady pace. In the actual TOEFL exam, the timing is controlled automatically by the test system, and you should begin speaking as soon as you hear the beep. After you finish speaking, the sentence will appear on the screen, so you can check your accuracy. Please note that in the actual TOEFL exam, the sentence will not appear on the screen. Are you ready? Let's get started. Listen to the first sentence.
The library closes at 10 in the evening.
Sentence 2.
The cafeteria will serve vegetarian meals and sandwiches for lunch.
Sentence 3.
Students must present their ID and fill out a short health form before visiting the campus clinic.
Sentence 4.
The professor postponed the lecture because of unexpected technical problems in the classroom.
Sentence 5.
All students are required to submit their research proposals to the academic office by the end of the semester.
How did it go? Are you happy with your performance? Don't worry about small errors. Just focus on repeating the sentences clearly and smoothly. Just review the sentences you found tricky and pay attention to pronunciation and word order. Now that we've practiced listen and repeat, Let's move on to the interview-style questions. These questions are a bit different. Instead of repeating, you'll need to think about the topic and respond in your own words. Although ETS hasn't published an official list of all possible interview prompts, the questions generally follow a pattern. Interview-style questions generally follow a few common patterns. Some ask you to describe a personal experience or memory, such as thinking back to a meaningful event and explaining why it was important. Others focus on your preferences or habits, inviting you to share what you enjoy or do regularly and why. You may also be asked to give your opinion or justify a stance on a topic, explaining your reasoning clearly. Finally, some questions ask for your evaluation or thoughts on a suggestion, policy, or change related to a topic. Each question is designed to see how well you can organize your thoughts fluently and respond naturally, rather than testing your knowledge of specific academic content. So let's take a look at some examples. Here, you will have 5 practice questions. You will also be able to see the questions you were asked at the end. The actual exam will simulate a conversation between you and another person. You will be given a specific context, but you are not interacting dynamically. No back and forth. You have no preparation time. As soon as the interviewer finishes the question, your response time begins immediately. For each question, you typically have about 45 seconds to speak. There's no option to replay or go back. Interview simulation. Imagine you are meeting a student advisor at your university. You are meeting with him or her as part of a university orientation. The student advisor will ask you questions in order to get to know you better. Respond in English, clearly and confidently, as if you are having a natural conversation. Listen to the advisor's questions and start speaking when you hear the beep.
I'd like to learn more about you and your interests. Can you describe a place you enjoy spending time and explain why you like it? Thank you. Now, in order for me to recommend activities and resources, I'd like to know more about your hobbies and interests. What is one activity or hobby that you enjoy, and why is it important to you? Good. Hobbies reveal how you balance your time and what motivates you. Now, let's talk about your daily habits. How do you usually plan your day to complete your tasks efficiently? Thanks. That shows your approach to organization and time management. Next, can you describe a memorable experience you had with other people and explain why it was meaningful? Great. Experiences like that help us understand how you interact with others and value relationships. Finally, if you could change something about your daily routine, what would it be and why? Thank you. That concludes our session. It was very helpful hearing about your experiences and routines.
Great work completing the interview style practice. Remember, consistent daily practice is key. Let's quickly review some final tips to help you maximize your performance in both listen and repeat and interview tasks. For the listen and repeat tasks, remember to repeat each sentence exactly as you hear it, keep your pronunciation clear, and keep speaking even if you hesitate. Don't stop. The goal is to maintain fluency while focusing on accuracy. For interview-style questions, it helps to structure your answer with a simple introduction, supporting details, and a conclusion. Use natural phrasing and correct grammar, and try to avoid fillers or long pauses. The key is to practice daily, focusing on both accuracy and fluency. With consistent practice, your speaking skills will improve steadily. That's it for today's session on university life, here at the Speaking Lab. TOEFL Prep. We provide examples and guided practice for all speaking tasks. Don't forget to subscribe and follow at Speaking Lab TOEFL to keep improving your TOEFL speaking scores with focused, test-specific training.